So, Leanne Berry, welcome to the Business Advisory Show
Thank you.
at MYOB Partner Connect 2019.
It's been a huge couple of days, hasn't it? It's just been amazing. I think we've followed each other around the stages. The atmosphere and the excitement and the energy in the room over the last 2 days has just been incredible, and there's been some amazing speakers.
Yeah, and you know, it's really congratulations to the organisers, because this format, it's quite, the open plan allows a lot of space, but also it's a very relaxed way to get around and talk to people too.
It is, and I think you can see that so many people are engaged and talking. They're not going outside. So being in one space, everybody is engaged, everybody's talking, everybody's networking, meeting new people, making new friends.
Now, you are a current award winner. Would you mind sharing just a little about that, please?
So I'm actually the co-winner of last year's 2018 MYOB Certified Consultant of the Year with a lady by the name of Deb Anderson, who's a great friend of mine as well. So we've had an incredible year. Deb was appointed to the Tax Practitioners Board. I was appointed as the Director of the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers, and we've just been able to go on to bigger and brighter things. We've been working with MYOB. We've been made feel really, really special as Partners of the Year. But we've invested a lot into our relationship with MYOB, so it's been a really special year. It'll be sad to take the crown off tonight.
Yes, at the awards night. I have to hand it over. Yeah. Tell me about business advisory, the buzzword itself. It's misunderstood. It overwhelms a lot of people. What does business advisory mean to you?
Business advisory means conversations with me, conversations with your clients. I was fortunate enough to go on the road with the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers in June to do our end of year workshops around Australia, and we did an afternoon session on what advisory actually means, and I wrote a piece about it, and I actually pushed back on it because I think it is an overused term. I think it's a term that has been funded and fueled by a lot of software companies to get us to buy into some marketing and get us to use reporting tools and things like that a lot of people haven't got the time, haven't got the understanding, and they haven't got really a basic understanding of financial reporting to start with. So putting all these massive tools in front of them just confuses, overwhelms, and doesn't deliver results for their clients. So I'm more about having conversations with clients, actually listening to your clients and working out what it is they actually need, because your clients are very good at telling you what their pain points are, and your advisory is about solving those pain points.
Yeah, I totally agree. In fact, what the customer wants is much more courage and opinion and engagement with both their bookkeeper and their accountant, yeah?
Yeah, and look, I hate using the word advisory because, as you said, it's an overused term. From my point of view, I'm an influencer, so I have influence with my clients because I am, trusted by them, and I work very closely with them, and I get a really deep understanding of their business. Generally, I'll have my clients ring and say, "Leanne, we want to do this. What do you think about that?" And I can influence decisions by giving them really up-to-date financial information and data to base informed decisions on. So I think influence rather than advisory is much more powerful.
Yeah, well said. How important is it to have clients that are literally willing to work with you the way you need to support them, or to work with them?
Yeah, sorry, I don't agree with that. It's the other way around. It's actually I need to work with my clients to get them the results.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's not about my clients working with me because I use one piece of software, or it's about the client. My service is delivered to a client. I'm a professional service provider. If I don't deliver the way that my clients want me to deliver, what's the point? I think we need to turn it on its head and focus more on a client and what clients desire and what clients want, rather than us saying this is the way you're going to work with me.
That's very interesting. I think that depending upon some of the, as you mentioned, some of the apps and the tech and the industry trends, depending upon which camp you might be in, if you like, maybe to determine some of that philosophy as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favourite thing about the job you do with the customer itself?
Seeing a result for my client. Seeing them succeed is what fuels me. It's the purpose that I get out of bed every morning, is to make sure that what I'm doing is delivering a great service to my clients, so they're ultimately reaching their goals, their dreams, having time with their family, doing what they want to do, and probably making a bit of money along the way would be a great idea as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's the most important lesson you've learned as a business owner as opposed to as an advisor? Because I think that our lessons make us better advisors.
Yeah. Practice what you preach is my big one. So I'm forever talking to my clients about cash flow and the importance of cash flow, and how they need to be chasing debtors and all of that sort of thing. And I'm probably the worst one for it. I invoice irregularly and all of that sort of thing because I'm so focused on what I deliver. I think it's that old saying of the tradesman has the worst street in the house, that sort of thing. Yeah. As a bookkeeper, my books are always left to the last minute because I'm always delivering a client. So probably to be a bit more focused on that. And I think the other thing that I've always had around me and I've always strived for with my clients is to have a circle of advisory. So that is to surround yourself with those people. So as a business owner, we go into business because we have a purpose or a passion or the ability to make something and deliver something. And we're not great at the marketing. We're not the be-all and end-all for our business. So the quicker that you can outsource those sorts of things that you don't like to do, or the quicker that you can surround yourself with the people that will do those sort of things for you, the more successful you'll be. So the circle of advisory has always been my big one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. What do you typically do if you find that you've taken on a client that maybe they're not really listening to you? How long do they last?
They do last because they do come around eventually. So it's about feeding the mushroom, if you like. So you just keep dropping that information to you because, look, the worst thing you can do is walk away from a client who's not listening to you because they're the ones that generally need your supporters more. So I'll continually be talking to them and look at it from a different angle. I find storytelling really, really powerful with my clients. So I'll tell them a story about another client. And if they can relate to a story, they often have that aha moment. It can take some time, but you just keep telling them, keep, dropping the little nuggets, feeding the mushroom, and hopefully it will go, aha, I know what you're talking about now. And then it becomes a really powerful tool because it generally changes their business.
Yeah, I think that's a really clever strategy because we all are a little fascinated about what somebody else might be achieving, yeah?
Absolutely. Australians are known for it, aren't they? We're always looking at who's doing what and following the leader and all of that sort of thing, and we're all about the tall poppy syndrome in some respects. But I also think it's about, I live in regional New South Wales, so I'm from Bathurst in regional New South Wales, so you generally find that regional communities are very tight-knit and people know each other. So if I can say, Joe Blow down the road, he's doing A, B, C, D, and you know what his business is doing. So that's the relatable part of it, I think, and being in regional New South Wales and working with a lot of clients around Australia that are regionally based, I've got a lot of regional stories and I enjoy doing that.
Wonderful. What's your favourite and least favourite thing about the modern bookkeeping and accounting industry as it stands today?
Yeah. Look, I think it's probably the same. My favourite thing is the automation, but my least favourite thing is the automation as well, because we have to be thinking about how we stay relevant with our clients. So automation frees us up to do other things. And I travel around Australia. I think since the 1st of January, I've been home 40 days, but I've still been able to service my clients from Australia, Thailand, New Zealand, wherever I've been, anywhere. So that's a really good thing because it's freed me up considerably. Again, being regional, I used to travel. And I could travel for a day to see a client, and it was just downtime for me. Nowadays, I can deliver much better services from wherever I am. So that's a good thing, but again, it's also a down thing because we need to understand how we remain relevant to our clients. So when we're pushing automation and telling them that all these things are automated and you can do your books and all of that sort of thing, they then can start to see us as a back office process, as part of the magic of automation, rather than that front office superstar that we used to be when we were sitting beside them doing the data entry with them. So from my point of view, it's been a lot about how we remain relevant. And that's why I've done a couple of talks here today about communicating with confidence and using digital media, but actually using digital media properly and setting the scene and understanding how to use digital media, Zoom, teleconferencing, all of those sort of things, using them with confidence and using them professionally to keep in touch with your clients as well. So I think it's a double-edged sword with where we're going in the industry, and we always need to understand how we remain relevant with our clients.
Yeah, fantastic advice. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Great.
Yeah, it's been great.
And thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
Thanks, John.